Hey, it's Richie and Wes.
He's Richie.
And he's Wes.
And this is our show. Oh my god, we're back.
Finally.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
It has. It feels like way
us.
more. We're so used to our regimen.
Thanks for listening. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
You didn't even notice we were gone. Fuck you.
They're all on the plane right now. Jet lag.
Nobody cares. It's the end of the year. Like, as we slide past November 1st.
Things get busy. We get it.
Yeah. This might actually be one of our last two
you're
episodes
traveling,
of the year. Because I'm like traveling, I'm out of town. Then there's like the last 2 weeks of December, which fuck that.
Yeah, no, we're always like, that flags.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes we just hang out and not even record.
Exactly.
just get drunk.
That's the plan.
And that's what you're up to every single year.
We're glad you're joining us. We hope you're imbibing. I made a cute little pre-show shot.
You did, which was much needed and very tasty.
It was peach.
And very tart, but in a good way.
Yeah, it was peach
very good way.
Flavored vodka, which of course
that's what that flavor was. I can figure it out.
Well, plus there was strawberry lemonade. So
okay.
Peach flavored vodka, strawberry lemonade, and then what made it tart was the lemon juice.
The lemon juice. Mm-hmm. That I noticed. Well, what is...
And I used very little lemon juice, but it's a fucking shot.
Exactly.
But I put it in a mixer with ice and rolled it around.
My little mixologist coming up.
It was 4 ounces of liquor.
Good.
1 ounce of
much needed
lemonade.
After this goddamn day.
And literally only just the very bottom of the thing full of, I don't know what that measurement is, but very small amount of lemon juice, but it did make it really tart, yeah.
A floater to the bottom of a floater, yes.
Oh, that's terminology.
Yeah, a little floater. Mm-hmm. Which normally a floater goes on top, but it could also float to the bottom. Well, sink to the bottom, but still.
Yes, so we're feeling good.
Yes, we need it.
You're feeling good.
If you're not, we're about to make you feel good.
Yes.
We're about to talk some shit.
We have to.
It's been pent up for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
What are we starting with? I don't have any notes. I'm just going to go off my memory this time.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, first of all, obviously, there's a lot of shit to be talked about. All of the horrible online rhetoric, politicians, media... that's been directed towards the trans community and the gay community recently and has accumulated in another mass shooting at Q nightclub where 5 people died.
Mm-hmm.
Pulse was only a few years ago.
Yeah. I have a giant check hanging up at my work that we donated to remind me every single time that I come in. And we're trying to get just... preliminary active shooter drills going on just for the fuck of it, because you never know at this point, which is sad to say.
You know, it's just so emotionally draining, and it's so hard to start a show this way, but it's something we have to talk about because it's clearly on our minds just from this weekend, and it's just... devastating. It's just emotionally fucking devastating. And you're right. I am of the practice of always knowing where my exits are, what my exit strategy would be if something were to happen, etc. It's something I think about.
And you should, unfortunately. Like, you should in general, but it's unfortunate that it's an actual reality. And we're the only country that has to do this. Surprise, surprise. I'm not going to dive too deep into that, but surprise, surprise.
I know, we always said we were going to steer clear of politics and shit like that.
Yeah, and then COVID happened, and then, it was a free-for-all.
Not only that,
we have to talk about some things.
Our world is so entwined with politics.
It is.
And... media representation and, propaganda and all this bullshit that has really been tuned up. I mean, like, I will say, like, no one was this revved up about fucking Bush versus Gore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was not
Mm-hmm.
It was not that.
Yeah.
So things have changed, and I just think it's impossible to ignore that fact. It's just not. I will tell you, though, the image of a army vet disarming this guy and telling a drag queen to step on his head.
Yes.
Is the one joyful moment that plays in my mind.
Drag queen stomped his ass so hard they thought he was dead. And I would normally not laugh about something like that, but in this case, ha ha.
Those must have been some good heels.
Good for her.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Those must have been some solid fucking chonk heels.
Child. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not one for violence either, but you know what?
There's a time and place. Bring it. There's a time and place sometimes.
Fucking bring it. It's so it's hard to verbalize in a way, but sometimes those emotions do take over. And y'all, look, Stonewall and
where no one died, by the way.
No,
I have to bring that up.
No,
I have to bring that up.
No, I don't. That's just one example.
Mm-hmm.
We will light some shit on fire.
Yes.
If we can't live among you, no one will have anything nice.
Exactly.
Accept us or everything burns. Mm-mm.
Child.
Whew, okay. So it's a palate cleanser. You all know I love goofy documentaries.
I'm thinking goofy like the character. I'm like,
no.
What is a documentary?
How many documentaries could there be?
I'm like, I thought a very goofy movie was like the pinnacle of all cinema, honestly.
What else is there to know?
I'm like, Goofy, Tevin Campbell? What else do you need? That is peak cinema. And songs. It really was a great movie, honestly. I'm not.
It really was.
I am not shitting with you.
That part's not a joke. Funny documentaries. Hey Pepsi, where's my jet?
Yes.
Now, if you're a 90s kid,
I have been following this just in random YouTube interviews for about a decade.
Yes.
So I'm so happy.
That's all. Yeah. Well, yeah. Even if you're not a 90s kid, if you just pay attention to like the world,
yes.
This guy who was a 20-year-old apparently in the 90s, Pepsi ran a promotion, which they said if you collect points, you can buy stuff. And there was a whole book filled with stuff.
There was. I was collecting fucking caps like a motherfucker.
Okay.
I was going I don't care if I'm dating myself at this point. Let me tell you.
It's like we're 90s kids. That's okay.
Let me tell you about the trick what you used to have to do to get a free Pepsi, because that was the majority of it was like a free Pepsi.
Right.
Or you get points.
Yeah. You could get points, which is you're always like,
yeah, like I don't care about this fucking
I'd rather
points.
Get some, yeah.
Yeah, but if you tilted the Pepsi,
yeah,
in the light, in the cooler, you can tilt it just enough to see what's underneath the cap. Because the cap was like, I want to see like a turquoise, and there was like dark printing.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see what it was. So you get a busy...
just hanging out.
You get a busy gas station.
Looking at Pepsi cans.
Mind you, this is back in the day, so no one's like Apple Pay, and like it's not that fast.
No.
So yeah, you go to the very corner, you peek underneath the Pepsi, and then like, oh, yep, this has a free Pepsi. Perfect. Or something else random. Like, I think I got like a hat off of one.
Yeah, you could just win outright.
Yeah, there's like random like other
points.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I always thought it was, to collect points to virtually buy like a t-shirt
you're gonna
that you're paying postage for and send him a check for. What?
And hope and pray.
How many cans of Pepsi?
Like hope and pray that they even receive your package.
Yeah.
I mean, which is what happened here.
Well, in this scenario, the commercial that played showed a kid dropping into his school in a fucking jet.
Mm-hmm. And there was no disclaimer.
And it's the kind that goes, up and down.
Yeah.
They said it so many times in the documentary, I already forgot.
Yeah, insane.
So, whatever kind of fucking jet this is, they said on the commercial it was 7 million points. Which, granted, when the thing that I love about this documentary, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, you got to watch it. Hey, Pepsi, where's my jet? It details how they fucking got 7 fucking million points, which was a lot of money.
The FBI in here.
It's a lot. No, it's a lot
out of nowhere.
It's a lot of Pepsi. I accidentally turned on a flashlight and put it right in Richie's eyes.
I'm like, they found us.
This is like a theme for us. Remember that time I almost blinded you and you fell over the table?
Yeah. What is this?
But this whole thing is such a fucking trip. And it's also like, oh my God, how, like, it's a fucking joke. This is a joke, but yet this one kid was like, you didn't say.
Which they didn't. And then they tried to pull a fast one and add a disclaimer out of nowhere.
They sure did.
Uh-huh.
They were backpedaling. And,
yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. But some of the things that got mentioned in the documentary, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but one of the side notes was like, frivolous lawsuits, like the McDonald's lady.
Uh-huh.
The McDonald's lady lost 8 layers of skin.
Thank you.
Y'all.
This is not the same.
McDonald's used to
You did false advertisement. These are 2 separate fucking things.
McDonald's used to boil their coffee to the point where you could smell it next door.
Yes.
And that was the whole point, because you make a lot of money on coffee. When people come in the morning and they smell the coffee, they get the coffee. But they used to put it to a literally undrinkable temperature.
Yes.
And then
welcome to the 90s.
And then scalded, remember the 90s? And then scalded this poor lady.
Yes.
Who in her car, who like dropped the fucking coffee or whatever. So yeah, that's a different story. That's someone who actually was fucking maimed. But this was just someone who thought he deserved a jet.
Of someone's corporate team not doing their job and their legal team.
The funniest part is it's just like, he is dead set on this motherfucking
He had
jet.
Connections.
It's like, I am
that helped him out to even get the damn fucking caps. And then another lawyer to make sure it was he was ready.
Yeah.
He was ready.
It has
my goodness, yes.
A journey. It has truly been a journey. So this really sums up the whole thing. And oh gosh. And through each interview, they make them do a taste test of Coke or Pepsi. Which is so hilarious, because the whole thing is because of the cola wars. In this documentary, the whole reason they came up with
I just know about the story. I haven't actually seen the actual documentary.
The documentary, every time they interview someone, they make them do a taste test. Which, personally, I know I would say this and then probably fail the taste test, but I can personally tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi.
Okay, let me tell you this real life story. So, in, I want to say 8th or 9th grade. No, 10th grade. 10th grade. We had a taste test between 4 different colas. There was Coca-Cola, RC, Pepsi, and something else, like an off-brand, like Walmart brand, like
Shasta or something.
Yeah, I think it was Shasta actually.
Shasta makes some good shit. I'm a country boy from the Midwest, so
I'm like, it's still around.
I don't know. That's some good shit though,
right? And we all guessed what we would like. We all ended up liking RC.
What?
And no one voted for it.
Of course not, because
it was just a blind taste test, and we thought we could tell what it was, and we had to do a little ranking. And like, this is what we think it is. This is, this is like
that
what
just goes to show you what branding. And who knows? Maybe they fucking lied to you just to try to.
No, they didn't.
But RC Cola is still around.
It is, and it's tasty.
Buy it on Amazon. Royal Crown Cola.
Yes.
It has a cute little crown on
they changed up. Oh, that's cute.
It's very modern.
They had a whole glow up now. Good for them.
does.
Oh my god. Okay, so speaking of taste tests and not knowing what you're experiencing,
now I'm afraid, because taste testing is not my fucking jam.
Okay, well, this isn't about taste. It's about another sense that we all have, hearing.
Okay.
Have you seen the now viral clip of Melanie B. Spice Girls? No. Okay, so there is a clip that I came upon, and it's like, she was a judge on one of the foreign Masked Singers.
Okay.
So she's listening to this contestant, and it's like, watch Mel B freaking out about Emma Button, Baby Spice.
Right.
Her band member being on The Masked Singer.
She's like, this is her,
Like, she's like, wait a minute. I know this voice. This is my bandmate. She's like, that is Emma Button. She's like, I see her with her hands on her hips. She's the same thing when we're on stage. She's like, I'm going to FaceTime her. She's not picking up. Her phone's in the green room right now. I know that is Emma Button. I know that is Bunton. She's like, that walk, that is her. She's all, I'm still ringing her. She's not picking up.
I love it. God, that show is so ridiculous, but I fucking love it.
But it's so fun.
And when you do know a voice like that, that's the exact...
And that's a very distinctive voice.
That's what everyone in the audience goes through. When Gladys Knight was on.
Yes.
Like, you're like, of course, that's who that is. You know what I mean? You're
yes. Like, well, plot twist, it wasn't Emma Button. Spoiler alert. And out of nowhere, it was Tori Spelling!
No.
Dead ass. Yes! And the weird thing is that I didn't know that she could sing!
Oh, yeah, she can sing.
But also, during these performances, I'm like, oh, that does sound like Emma. That's so creepy.
Well, Tori's one of those Hollywood kids. What else are they going to do? They're going to send him to dance class. They're going to send him to recitals. They're going to send him to, like, those bitches have training.
Very true. I mean, I remember Enter You from Trick, circa 1992. My first gay movie I ever saw. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube exists.
Oh, if you haven't seen Trick, y'all.
Enter You.
Not her best performance.
No. But I was cracking up because it was this whole montage of Mel B being like, why would you bring this person on? I know who this is. This is my bandmate. This is my friend.
Oh my god.
And to go as far as literally FaceTiming her, calling her, she's like, she's not picking up. I know it's her because that's her. I know her mannerisms. And it was like, and the poodle is, and she's like, I see the blonde hair, and then bam, it's fucking Tori Spelling.
Good for her.
Who apparently has done The Masked Singer on like 4 different countries.
Yeah, she did it over here too.
I was all.
That's how I know she can sing.
I was like, what the fuck is this? I will show you the clip when we're in intermission or off the show, but it's hilarious though.
Well, speaking of video virals. Speaking of viral videos, or video virals, we got to talk about some of these really demented, dark TikTok trends.
Where are we going? Oh, is this the one that I talked about?
Yes!
With the woman and the dead husband?
Dancing through your trauma? Okay, so if you do not know what I'm talking about, first of all, bless, because you have been saved.
Yes.
You have been spared. It's all like mom videos, basically.
Yeah.
Seeing these women dancing in their living room, probably something like Meghan Trainor or who knows, Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah. The typical go-tos for...
Yeah. Captioning them dancing with... And not dropping you in with, oh, I'm dancing off my trauma. Here's, like, not at all. Not at all. You're just supposed to know
confessionals.
You're supposed to know this is a trend.
Federal crimes.
And then they just drop like, my husband got murdered in front of me 3 years ago. You're like, bitch, that's a lot for one caption, and that's the start of the video.
Like, and what did Little Mix Eater deserve being associated with this? I'm all, huh? Like, this is confusing. I don't know what's going on.
They're like, can we take our music off?
Right? Like,
can we pull this?
Snatch us off this platform, please?
This bitch is doing circles in her living room talking about how her husband got shot.
Like, I don't know about this.
So, yeah, drops us into a murder scene. Like, girl, I mean, I get it. There are lots of ways to deal with your trauma. I understand that, talking about it and dancing and whatever and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, look, bitch.
I'm sorry.
You can't just drop us into this scenario.
This isn't like you're, like, on a live stream and, like, the conversation happens to snowball or pivot into something. You had to set up your camera, choose this music, probably do a couple of takes.
Create these captions.
Yes, learn this dance to even do this. That's a lot for this scenario. That's a little, to me, unhinged.
Not only that, but that is, like, trauma dumping. Like, I'm sorry. I don't need to be scrolling through my TikToks. I'm like,
oh, this is cute.
I am sorry that your husband didn't get a trigger warning, but I want one.
I am... like, no. I'm a pretty dark individual sometimes, and I enjoy horror.
Give me a warning.
And everything, but, like, I don't need you in your townhome.
That shit is sensitive content.
Doing your fucking pirouette to some Taylor Swift song, talking about how you lost your husband and found out that, like, your daughter killed him. Because he got shot
in front of you, yeah.
And I was like, huh?
Jesus Christ. Just drop us right in.
It was, yeah.
It's a lot. And there's a lot of them. And the one we're talking about, obviously, you can see on our social average.
While it's up.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of these. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen a lot of these trends. I think this is just as disturbing. This TikTok trend of, again, it's always moms. The moms dancing with the kids supposedly filming them, but I'm doing air quotes, and the camera is reversed, so it gets the kids' reaction.
Oh, yeah.
So meanwhile, a third party is filming the kids.
It's so stupid.
Fake filming the mom, who they all have the backdrop, the setup.
It's all the same shit.
They're all dancing against some Taylor Swift song, and they're all like, "Look at mommy dance, ew!" And this like toddler, I can't even believe the child can stand for that long, let alone hold a camera. So something is up. You know what I mean? This is very contrived. Who is holding the camera watching those two? Is that dad? Is that who is that? So then you see the kid's face, supposedly holding the camera, watching and it never syncs up, by the way. I'm looking where they're holding those cameras.
Nope. And the head placement.
And they've always got some derpy look on their face.
Yes, it's
kids are very tech savvy these days. They don't know they're on camera.
Yep.
How stupid is your child? Because
I just
that
saw
doesn't fit for me.
Accurate video of this little girl who was watching her whatever cartoon is popular right now, and her father was recording her from an angle, and I guess like her mom tripped on a FaceTime, and she's like, and they would pop on, and she's like, "Leave me alone! I'm watching my cartoon," and she swiped up. He's like, "That's mean." She's like, "No, I'm watching my show." And then they kept popping in. She's like, "Why do they keep calling me?" He's all, "Pick up the phone. They want to say hi." She picked up this phone. She swiped up. She said, "Hi." Boom. Swiped right back down. Went right back to her cartoon. That is a real video. Because that is how children behave now.
Thank you. There is no way.
She's watching her fucking VeggieTales. Leave her alone.
There's no way your fucking brat.
Why do you keep calling me?
Exactly.
Boom, swipe down.
There's no way your bratty child's going to stand there and watch you fucking dance and film themselves at a bad angle. No, it's not happening. It's always the same look, too. Like,
oh.
No.
Like, they're so amazed.
That kid is probably now traumatized because you made them do how many takes?
Thank you.
For them to stand still while mommy's dancing. No, don't dance. Mommy's dancing.
Oh my god, I came across a weird rabbit hole of Reddit the other day, actually, regarding that. It was someone who, and they did not tell who their family was, because they're very famous, apparently, on, like, YouTube. God. They were like, this is how it is growing up with your family recording you all the time. You have no autonomy of yourself. You've grown up in front of a literal cell phone.
Yeah.
You've been forced to make these cutesy videos. And then you grow up where everyone knows you, and you're literally 5 years old, walking around a mall, and people want to take pictures of you. You don't know what the fuck that is, or why these strangers, who you've been told not to talk to, are now coming up to you. She's like, and then you get a little bit older, and you realize your family's the problem. And this isn't normal, and you can't make real friends, and this is why you should never have your children do these things and record every aspect of your child. I was like, oh, fuck. I think she's like, I want to say she's probably like 12 now. Like 12 or 13, but she's like, I'm not going to reveal who I am or who my family is, but she's like, I want out of this, and I don't even know. And she's like, I can't say no.
Right.
I'm not an adult.
How do you
I'm
do
still
that
a child.
as a child, and then to try and,
I was all, well, damn. That, I mean, one, makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
Two, like, yeah, we all think that about these scenarios, but you never heard it because this is such a new concept, really. I mean, like, we've had child stars all of our lives.
We have, but most of them are so narcissistic.
Well, yeah, and also, like, you don't get to
that world
have
anyway.
them do
They're not
interviews
self-aware
about these things either.
Exactly.
No one's going to interview a 12-year-old about their experiences, how they felt when they were 7. Now you have people with their phones becoming famous. There's no PR team behind them. It's people are watching them, they're getting famous, and they're getting endorsements left and right.
Well, and plus it's very different when you're talking about, old school celebrity like Drew Barrymore or somebody who, yes, they grew up that way, but the cameras were on when the cameras were on.
And then they were off.
Then there was complete...
It wasn't, hey, wake up and let's take a cute little video of you pretending to wake up and us pretending to scare you. That didn't happen. No, you were on set for
you at least
for your paycheck.
You had a safe zone. Whatever happened behind the camera was behind the camera.
For better or worse, but...
You were... Yeah, I know. Drew Barrymore is perhaps a very bad example, but, she was like an alcoholic by the time she was 12.
Yes,
so.
But there wasn't, this type of instantaneous... We're live streaming you.
Yeah, because they could just turn the phone on you. You're acting up. Oh, we're on a live stream. Yep. Everyone's happy. We're having a great time.
And then, she's throwing attention because it's like they can create their own narrative about it. It's like it's yeah. But she was like, I hate it. I want to get out of this, and there's no way that I can do it. But just to let you know, this is me anonymously saying that please don't record your children at a young age and make them do things like this to try to go viral and to try to be the cute little YouTube family that everyone loves and adores and makes memes out of, because this is my reality. I'm all, damn. So I hope in another 10 years she comes out and says who she is.
Right? Well...
Because the shitty part is that she can't now.
No.
Like, what do you do?
Oof. Crazy. I definitely... think about that when I see other like reality kids and stuff like that. Like, for example, can you imagine being Todd and Julie Chrisley's children right now, who hopefully they were not involved in any way or had any knowledge of this tax evasion scheme that these two...
They were young-ish.
They grew up on the show, though. I hate to admit that I've seen this show and I know these people.
Yeah, they were they were like, what, 13, 14, I think, when it first started?
Right, but they're like grown.
Yeah, now they're grown now, thankfully. Yeah. But like,
But do you think you would know, like, oh yeah, mom and dad are like shady?
No, I think you would think Mom and Dad has all this money all the time, and now we have a show because we've always had this money all the time.
Well, they are going to jail.
I mean, jail.
Jail. There's no. This is not like there's an ankle bracelet in your mansion.
Yeah, no, they've been on house arrest actually for I think a year now.
Yeah, so they could go to trial.
Yes, and now they've been sentenced
for years. Julie got 7 years. Todd got 12.
And they're raising their little fucking granddaughter as well, which sucks. I feel most bad for her because she's still a little child.
She is a child
who was already in.
There is the grandmother though. There's
she might be gone by then. That's the sad part because she's way older at this point. Yeah, it's like fuck, man. Like
I know way too much about these people, but. Fucking insane.
Well, they were one of the, so we thought, more wholesome.
That's what shows. That's why I like them.
And they were funny.
And he always seems so gay,
which we've now known that it's so true. Allegedly,
it's not alleged. That's how he got busted.
I'm not trying to.
They're going to jail. We're
so many lawsuits.
They're not going to be suing anybody. Shit.
I don't trust that grandma.
I just always thought, honestly, because they had kids, so I just always thought they wanted a traditional family. Who gives a shit what he does in his dalliances on the side?
Son always
There's plenty of...
the son always seemed a little suspect to me as well, but whatever.
I mean, hey.
But he has a girlfriend now, so whatever.
I think people can do what they're going to go on and do. And I just thought they maybe had an agreement, but...
Well, the agreement now is joint prison time.
Wow. And this all comes because Todd's gay lover, who he was in the tax evasion scheme with, had his heart broken and turned them in.
What a... Can't. Wow. I was shocked. I thought it'd be 3 years here, 4 years there, and then,
Oh, no, you take money from the government.
Yeah, but it's fucking IRS. If you rape or kill somebody, then it's like 3 or 5 years.
Oh, right.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, but you owe some money to the government.
Their
whole
house arrest
situation
would have covered it. But yeah, if you've hurt someone, who cares? You took money from the government?
Oh no.
Fuck you. Yeah, federal prison.
Right?
Girl.
Damn, I just can't.
That's a lot.
You know who also can't? JoJo Siwa with Candace Bierman.
Candace Cameron?
But her...
Oh, I don't know. I don't acknowledge that.
See, there you go. I forgot her. I forgot her old name. So, yes, but you're correct.
It's Candace Cameron B something.
Bierman or something like that, yeah.
I don't acknowledge it because she's Candace Cameron. Fuck her.
Because she has went on a rampage saying that she will have no gay characters in any more of her movies that she's producing. And JoJo said, I will not. She's like, if you want to... do things your own way, whatever. If you don't want to accept gay people marrying, that's your own thing.
Yeah.
But for you to actively disclude people from your productions for a certain reason, I will never speak to you, talk to you, or work with you ever again.
Good for her.
Exactly.
You know what I really appreciate about the youth? It makes me realize, because I still have that fire too. I mean, don't get me wrong. But there really is we will tear it down.
Yes.
We will literally fuck your shit up. We will tear it down. We will never fucking speak to you again. We are done with you. You are dead to us.
We are now learning that certain people have been canceled now. It doesn't happen very often, and we've always said that there really is no cancel culture.
There is no but lately, culture, no. But
lately people have
you can still make your personal choice.
Yes.
You know that like Chris Brown is still going to make music, but that doesn't mean that you have to, celebrate for him and clap for his ass.
Yes, exactly.
Or perhaps have some schadenfreude at the fact that AMAs hired him to do a Michael Jackson tribute and then fired him at the last minute. I'm just saying, I'm still mad about it. I don't care if Rihanna forgave his ass. I never did.
Me either. And that was not an isolated incident. It wasn't.
Continued to this day.
He threw Karrueche down the stairs. He threw a chair out of a window at Good Morning America.
They should, and that's on them.
Thank you.
They should have,
because they didn't report on that shit. That got leaked. That fucking got leaked.
They should have busted him for that.
By some blessed intern in there leaked that shit because they didn't even ever respond.
They tried to ignore that shit.
But nope.
Because if they had, he was on probation at the time, and that would have truly ended him. Like he would have gone to jail. Nope. So they didn't do it, and that's how they bet over. No.
I love how people he can change.
I haven't forgotten anything.
When has he shown you that he's changed? Also, if this is your next door neighbor, you wouldn't say this bullshit, please.
Same thing with Candace Cameron's ass. She is the same stoogey cunt she has always been. By the way, many, many rumors, allegedly, I'm repeating a rumor, I do not know that this is true, of her brother sucking dick on the hiking trails.
I believe it.
Oh, I've heard. You've not heard that rumor?
No, I haven't, but I believe it.
So many times.
Anyone who is overly so involved with being against something, I turn an eyebrow all the way up to.
Why are you
If you can't see me right now, my eyebrow is up. I can move both of them independently.
I can only move the right one up.
I can do both. I can make the mouth and everything. Yeah, it's weird.
I can only do the right one.
We'll do a reel on that later. But
no Botox.
But it just
only Fuck her. Fuck her. All the way right in the ear.
And the fact that she coasted on this, because I will say this about him, he's a piece of shit. But he came out as a piece of shit a long time ago, and she never associated herself with him until she regained her celebrity and her bank account again. There was I want to say maybe a decade after Full House until she started to get back when she started on The View and started doing guest hosting gigs and whatnot, started building up her wealth again, that she started to really show her ass. Because she was unaligned with him for so long. You never see them even together.
Yep.
She'd never comment on anything and then all of a sudden she got The View and she started doing all these little guest appearances and
she also realized that you could play that little game of being the poor conservative in Hollywood and getting people immediately to shill for you and support you and whatever. I have thought about, I just don't have the actual energy for this, but I've thought about creating a character, a fake character, and doing some kind of filter or something of being the gay character that's a gay Republican or a gay whatever, and just to see how much crazy fucking shit I could come up with, and if I could actually amass any kind of following at all.
Oh, it'd be so easy.
Just to pull a Hills ending where I pull back and it's a fucking green screen,
Just kidding.
But that certainly is a prescription for success currently, and one of the current arcs you'd see in Hollywood is people showing their ass because they're insulated.
Yes,
she's not going anywhere. Her whole life has been living this dream. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So she can be a fucking cunt all she wants to be, and nothing's ever going to happen to her. So fuck her. Christmas movie you should watch instead of anything that Candace Cameron, cocksucking brother Kirk, is Falling for Christmas. The worst Christmas film of all time, or at least of this year, starring Lindsay Lohan.
Oh man, don't say that. Now I'm mad.
It's
my friend's in that movie.
It's terrible in a good way.
To be fair, my friend Hey Blythe, she is the extremely gorgeous black nurse.
Okay.
In the hospital. Yes, that is Blythe Howard, my sister from another mister. She is in that movie. Oh man, it's getting bad reviews.
Oh, it's bad.
Damn.
It is very bad. Apparently, it's like one of those things where...
I mean, she's in every fucking thing you can imagine. It's like, I think, her 80th role.
She would literally do anything for a check. Although I think this is a very good strategy because people do love Christmas movies. And and again, that's how fucking cunt-faced Cameron, Candace Cameron became so... rich again was
and Lori Loughlin
because everyone loves
like Hallmark and Lifetime movies.
Because white women cannot get enough of fucking Christmas movies.
They film for 3 weeks and they make $200,000 to do it.
Oh, someone literally sits down. Jesus, I should start writing these. You can pound one of these out. You
just interchange the characters and change the setting. Add a different twist, and that's it.
Well, apparently someone took a first draft of a Christmas movie and just went, let's do it. And including really bad CGI, really bad effects.
Really?
Just terrible, terrible, terrible.
Well, my girl Blythe is fine in the hospital scene.
I'm sure that looks very realistic. But
I mean, this is a hospital bed.
You know what? A check is a check.
Oh, and she got a check. That was good. But
I think if something is bad good, it's good. So,
but damn the rest of the movie. She's not a main character, so it's fine.
That's fine. Just watch that scene. Watch it up until that scene, and then
and then that's it.
That's all you have to watch.
Blythe is always amazing. Lindsay,
seriously? Man. Oh my god, we should write a Christmas movie.
It'd be so easy. We could have done 3 drafts in the amount of time that we could have today.
In this recording, we could have already come up with a Christmas movie. Because they obviously don't have to be good.
No! They have to be just cheesy and colorful. That's it. And non-gay half the time.
Oh, well, we would have to do one that definitely was gay.
Yes, extra
had main protagonists who were...
The Gay That Stole Christmas.
Oh my god, that's it. It's done. The Gay That Stole Christmas.
If y'all steal this is timestamped. Don't try it. Don't try it.
Alright everybody, thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time,
goodbye.
Bye.